Welcome to Let's Talk It Out. I am Daphne Harris and welcome to my channel. A friend asked me over the weekend, can you have a best friend of the opposite sex who's not your husband or your wife? For me, I said no. Nada. Hell no. How many ways can you say no? For me, it's a flat out no. Let me know what your thoughts are. Comment down below because I don't think that it's possible. I think that there are people out there who go that route, who think that, okay, you're my husband, but this is my best friend. You're my wife, but this is my best friend. How does that work? And why? Because for me, I've been with my husband for 20 years. We've been married for 12 years now. I'm done meeting people. I'm done meeting high school friends. I'm done meeting co-workers. He knows there's no one at this point you can introduce me to. It's a wrap. I'm done. If who's ever important in your life, if I haven't met them by now, it's not for me to meet them. Now, we're out and about. We're having just hanging out, or we out to eat, and you just come across someone that you haven't seen in decades. And let's just keep it real. If you're with your partner, whether it's your wife, your husband, your girlfriend, boyfriend, if you're with them and they run into someone, you know if this is someone that they've talked to on a regular basis. You know if this is someone that they just happen to run into. So if I'm out and we just happen to run into this person and they haven't seen each other for years, okay, but don't introduce them to me as your friend, because that's not a friend. Just because it's someone you went to school with does not make that person your friend. Just because it's someone that you cross paths with does not make that person your friend. To me, for me, my friends are the people I've grown up with, who I am close to, that I consider almost family. And I can count them on one hand. And my husband has met all of them. They're my friends. We've grown up together. Even co-workers. Because if you've been at your job for a significant amount of time, say, for example, you've been at your job for, let's just say, 10 years, 20 years. Everyone that you've met with who's been there as long as I've met them. And if I haven't met them, it's because you don't want me to meet them. And you don't want me to meet them for a reason. So now it's too late. So there's no need of introducing this person to me as your friend. Because all the people you've worked with who you consider friends, by now I would have already met them. And vice versa. If this is someone I've been working with for 10 and 15 years, and this is someone that I deal with on a regular basis, you've already met my husband. Even before I met my husband, I had mostly male friends. Like, I didn't have a lot of female friends. And when I met him and we were dating, I even told him, I don't have a lot of girlfriends, other than like a few of my girlfriends, but I just had male friends. And when I say male friends, I'm pretty much talking about people I've already been in a relationship with, or people that I've dealt with, and maybe we don't deal with each other anymore, but we're still friends. Or maybe, it's that kind of relationship, because I don't befriend people just like, I don't befriend people and just call this person my friend. So for me, I just don't, it's one of them things where, like, if I used to date you and we're no longer dating, and then if we're friends now, you're not someone that I'm going to consider to be my friend. Like, you're all up in my house and I'm introducing you to my husband. And more than likely, my husband already know who you are. So, and then if it's someone that I've worked with, if I've been at my job for 25 years, okay, if I've been at my job for 10 years, and if it's another co-worker that I consider my friends, my husband has already met you. And if he hasn't met you, it's because I don't consider you a friend. So if I'm out and about and I just come across someone, or if I meet someone and we work together, we went to school together, after all of this time, there's no reason for me to be introducing you as my friend. Hey, this is such and such. Now, I can say we went to school together, But you know, but for to have a best friend that's not your wife or your husband, it makes no sense to me. Because for me, if I'm your wife and I'm not your best friend, then I don't need to be your wife. And if I'm your wife and I'm not your confidant, then I don't need to be your wife. Because if you got to be calling up another woman when you going through something, or if you got to be calling up another woman when you feeling some type of way, or you know you going out on vacation with this other woman, or y'all going out for drinks, yeah, no. Like I'm not even for all of the work husband and the work wives. I don't believe in that either. Nope. I just don't believe in that, because I think that it's a slippery slope and you're putting yourself in a situation. I think so, because I think you have to reach a certain age where it's not about knowing what to do and what not to do. It's just about doing things because it doesn't look right. Because you put yourself in a situation where it can be misconstrued, or you put yourself in a situation where something can possibly happen. Because because if I'm not your best friend and I'm not your confidant, I may have pissed you off for the day. I may have put you in a mood where you don't like me, you don't want to be bothered with me, you just need some time to yourself. So if you got to be calling up your best friend or your work wife or your work husband, y'all just sitting up talking about me and doing what? So I don't believe in that. So when my friend asked me, I just flat out told him no, I just don't believe in it. Because I guess, and I think it's also different when you're actually dating someone versus being married to someone. I think there's a difference. So, and men and women may feel differently about it. For me, I don't have, and everyone is different. Everyone is different. For me, I've never befriended a person that there wasn't some physical attraction. But that's because I'm vain like that. So I've never befriended a person that I haven't dealt with in the past, or there wasn't some attraction. Like I'm that vain person where, like, I can sit down, like, okay, let's go back to, like, say when I was single. I can sit down and have a conversation with a guy, just because if I'm in a bar or if I'm out and some guy approached me, I can sit up there all day and we can have just a nice conversation. Just two grown people sitting out having a nice conversation. And that's totally fine. But if this person, even if I'm having a nice conversation with this person, and let's keep in mind, because I've already said I'm vain, but even if I'm having a nice conversation with this person at the end of the evening, and if this person wants to get my number, if I'm not physically attractive to this person, I'm not interested in even having a friendship with you. And that's always been a thing for me. And this is when I was single, you know. But there are people who just have, like, single women and single men who just have friends, and they can just sit up and talk to each other on the phone. So for me, I've never had that. Like, I've never had that friendship where there's no attraction there, where I can't look at you and think, oh, you know, he's attractive, or okay. So most of my male friends are people I have already dealt with. So it's not a friendship to where I can keep that person in my relationship. Like, after 20 years, there is no more meeting people. Say someone I went to school with, who I was friends with in school, but now we're out of school, and I just happened to run into this person. And me and this person was real close in school. You know, we ran together, did this, but as time go, we didn't see each other anymore. But when I'm out and I run across this person, then I'm gonna introduce this person as someone I used to go to school with, but this isn't my girl. This isn't my guy. It has nothing to do with trust. It's just about, it's you reach a certain age where you don't put yourself in a position. You don't put yourself in a position where something look like something, or you don't put yourself in a position to even allow someone to say something. But when you're single, you can have a best friend who's the opposite, of an opposite sex. I do believe that when you're single, but I also believe that when you meet someone and you and this person start becoming closer and being in a relationship, that best friend of yours become y'all friend. Because if you keep this person from the person you're in a relationship with, then I don't think there's any, I don't think it's genuine. That's just my beliefs. I just don't think that it's possible for a man and a woman to be best friends of the opposite sex when they have a significant other. I think you're putting yourself in a situation where too much stuff can go wrong and someone really will get hurt. Feelings will get hurt. There will be some jealousy, and at the end of the day, if you're in a relationship with someone or you're married to someone and you can't call that person your best friend or your confidant, then why are you in a relationship with this person? I don't think it's possible. I think too much can go wrong. Friend is a strong word, and I don't use it. I don't use it loosely. So if I'm calling you my friend, I've already have introduced you to my husband. If I'm calling you my friend, then you are part of our lives. Now, I have close associates. Let me know what your thoughts are. Comment down below, because I just don't think it's possible for a man and a woman to have a best friend who's not their significant other. I actually think it's just dumb. But comment down below, let me know what your thoughts are. This is just a conversation that my husband and I were having because I was asked this question over the weekend because of what a friend of mine is dealing with. So please comment down below, let me know your thoughts are. We can continue this conversation. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification button so that you're aware when I upload another video. Thanks for watching.